Hi, I'm Shannon.
And I'm Nicole.
Welcome to our Late Over, where we eat yummy snacks,
Share binge-worthy entertainment,
play games, and gossip.
but you have to go home early because we're not allowed to have sleepovers.
So let's get going before your mom gets here to pick you up.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Late Over. You might notice it's a little bit brighter outside, at least in my room. We're filming this in the morning, and I didn't run this by you, but this is hereby declared latte over. Am I right? Because it's early.
I literally have a latte. Do you
Me
have
too.
a latte?
I do.
We did not even plan this. This is my second of the day.
I figured you'd have a latte, and so I just decided. I was like, I'm not going to run this by her, but I know it's latte over, so
Perfect
that's what we're
synchronicity.
doing.
I do have more light too. I just have my curtains blocking everything. It's weirdly stormy and gross outside, so the light was not going to be very consistent.
Yeah. It's also very windy here, and I hope that we don't lose power or anything. Apparently, some parts of the city have lost power, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. There's our weather talk. Anyway, welcome back to Latte Over. I'm Nicole. This is my big sister Shannon.
Hello. So happy for all of you to join us. I bet some of you guys listen in the morning, so you can join us with your little lattes or your caffeine of choice or not, whatever your beverage preferences are. Happy for you guys to be here.
Cheers. Cheers to that.
Yeah.
All right. What do you have to fill us in on, Shannon?
I don't know. Not a whole lot. You know, I was doing that long-term subbing for the first 6 weeks of the year.
Mm-hmm.
That ended the week of Valentine's Day, and I still feel like I'm recovering. And it doesn't seem like a whole lot because it was 3 mornings a week. But really put into perspective the crunch I have on my time, especially without any kids around. And my kids are old enough that it's not like they require constant attention, but there's still just things that I have to have time for to be able to get done where I'm not covered in children. I posted a reel, a couple weeks ago where I was opening the slicer that I got for my sourdough, and I was going to edit it so I could show the slicer. But once I got into editing, I just saw the pure chaos that was my reality. I was like, how do I get anything done? And it's not that it's overwhelming or annoying or anything. This is just my normal. But watching that back really put in perspective, like, oh yeah, I don't have a lot of free brain space to do much of anything when I am being mom. So yeah. I've really been trying to maximize my mornings. And again, it's one of those lessons that I had to learn. Why do I overschedule myself? Why do I qualify my time? I don't know, but I have to learn it the hard way, I guess. And anyway, I do miss subbing, but I do love having my mornings back. So getting lots of stuff done.
Yeah, I often ask myself as well how you get anything done. In the late night as I'm trying to fall asleep, I'm like, how does Shannon do anything?
How does Shannon operate? I don't know. Lots of practice. And there was a period of time where I did not get basically anything done. And it's just funny looking back. Here's my wisdom mom advice again. Funny looking back. And I was like, why can't I get anything done? And it's like, this is not the time and season to be very productive, girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like, just have a little grace. And it comes with time, and it also just comes with practice and also mental health. That helps. So
it's all kind of the perfect recipe for productivity, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good mental health,
no babies,
time and season, no babies,
not working a job. Yeah, that helps.
That's sometimes I really have been trying to remind myself, and not an excuse type way, but just that, you know, it is just so hard to get everything done. And I'm just like, I still have this little baby that gets into everything. Like I know I mentioned this on the podcast before, and I know it's probably not unique to many people. You know, a lot of kids are like this, but you give Brooklyn 5 minutes in a room and it is destroyed. Like yesterday, I'm like, I was trying to like load my supplement box, and I'm just like looking everywhere for pills. There's some in my underwear drawer. There's some like in a random laundry basket.
To be clear,
for some reason
in the bottle that has the child safety cap on it. Yeah, you don't just have pills all over.
No. No, there's
fine.
a child safety cap on it. But yeah, she just like rearranges every single room, and I'm like, anytime I'm getting anything done, I'm just and I'm not giving my full attention to her. I'm basically just like robbing Peter to pay Paul, because
Absolutely.
after that, I'm going to have to clean up whatever mess she's made. But she loves it. I mean, she'll entertain herself at least. So I can kind of be like, all right, I accept the mess she's going to create, because she's very creative and she will get herself into whatever she's interested in. Mm-hmm. But
she loves lining things up, that sweet girl.
She does. She does. That's what she does with the pill bottles. Once again, her pill bottles is like the biggest entertainment ever. I keep them in my vanity stool. And so she just lifts off the lid, and then she'll go and she'll move them all into a line into whatever location she finds interesting that day. Maybe it's like my side table. Maybe it's a laundry basket that she's emptied, whatever it is. She'll take all of them over to the place, line them up, and then she'll take all of them back and put them back in the correct spot. And then she'll just do that over and over again. And I'm like, you know what?
Go off, queen.
And then, and then she will just organize random stuff. Well, she'll be like, she'll find a sock and she's like, yeah, this seems like this needs to go in my closet. And then
I have the perfect spot for this.
Finally.
One of my babies, I think it was Jax. Yeah, it was Jax. He would go into the kitchen drawers, and his favorite thing were whisks. And I have a surprising amount of whisks. And he would sort through and get all the whisks every single day. And he would put them all over the house, and he would always have a whisk in his hand. It was like his magic wand. And that little boy loved whisks. So, and he's one of my best eaters now. Maybe there's a correlation. Love to be in the kitchen. Whisk it up.
Whiskey business.
Whiskey business. Do you have anything you need to update us on? What's going on over there?
I don't necessarily have anything crazy to update on, besides like my office saga is becoming such a thing because I have so much to return to Amazon, and they're not letting me return to Kohl's anymore. And there's something just so much more embarrassing about returning to UPS. I don't know what it is, but I hate returning to UPS, and I have to box up all my stuff. Maybe that's the embarrassing part, is I'm like, I have to put all this back in a box, and then there's people there like trying to get something notarized or like ship something out. I don't know. It just feels so much less cool than just going to Kohl's. So now I feel personally victimized by Amazon, and I've got lots of stuff to go. So I'm like trying to plan, like, okay, maybe I should do half the returns during the week and then half the returns at the weekend, because at this point I have like 12 returns. And it used to be easy. You just go to Kohl's, they just like put it in a bag, but now we're going to have to like go and package it up, and they're going to have to like put the sticker on it. I don't know. It just seems really embarrassing. So
I'm so confused about that, because I am the UPS returner, but at mine, it's like no box or label needed, and there's a little kiosk that they set up. So I go in, I scan the code, it prints out the thing, and they have all these little bags for you. So I just like put a bag in and use the sticker to close it. And it's like, I'm in there. We're besties. Those people love me. And I love them, but I'm in there a couple times a week, and it's very easy. So I don't know why, if that's an option, why the UPS stores wouldn't have that set up. Also, why would they take it away from Kohl's? I know Kohl's is closing a lot of stores. I wonder if that has anything to do with it.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but it's been every single return. So it's very odd. But I only have the choice to do no label needed. There's even a couple that have come through that I have to print the label, and I don't have a printer, so that'll be interesting. And then the only other option is box and label needed. Like, you need to print everything. Yeah. And then if not, I can do like a UPS pickup for like $8. And I'm like, honestly, at this point, if I could get them all picked up at once and only pay $8, that would be fantastic. But I don't think it's going to work that way. So anyway, it's been interesting because I've been doing my court organization, and everything that I've been doing has been falling down. It's just been a whole thing. So I have so many returns to make, and that's like my only really saga. Chip's been gone for a few weeks. He comes back in 2 days, and I'm very excited about that. But
yeah,
I mean, not to put you on the spot, but you also did say that you had a question for me.
I do. It's a little truth-esque, but Nicole texted me something yesterday, and it sparked. I was like, ooh, we could discuss this. So you texted me and said, I didn't have the quote pulled up, but it's like, there is not a treat to be had in this house. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I know a lot of things about you. I would say most things, but I could not for the life of me think, if Nicole wanted a treat in the house, like, what would you be reaching for? I would love to know, if you could just have whatever there at your fingertips, what would it be?
I don't really know. And I crave sweets, okay?
Mhm.
Like I sometimes will crave a little something, but as I've gotten older, I'm like less and less of a sweets person. And
Yeah.
I hate that about myself. It's the worst
So
quality
annoying.
that I have. But I'm just kind of like, I it kind of makes me feel sick when I eat that stuff. So anyway, I love just a classic crunchy chocolate chip cookie. Like if there's just a chocolate chip cookie, I am totally satisfied with just having a little cookie. And then I guess it's the exact same thing. There are these almond flour cookies at Aldi that are prepackaged, and so they're gluten-free. And they're so, so good. So I like those too. So they're both chocolate chip cookies, but that's just like a classic for me. Ice cream, not a huge fan. Cake, not a huge fan. Like, I don't know. I just feel like with age, I'm not as, I don't know. A lot of times I'll be satisfied just doing like a little chocolate covered strawberry situation.
That's good. Like a true fruit?
No, just like melt chocolate chips. It's such like an ingredient household.
An ingredient household? Yeah, totally.
But I just like melt chocolate chips and then dip strawberries in it and like just eat it like a fondue. Like I won't get it like cold or anything like that. So anyway, that's mine. What's yours? Or do you have any comment on that? Am I the worst? I'm not a sweets person.
You're not the worst. I just was like, what would it be that you would want? Is it like a little, like a Nerds gummy cluster? You know, I don't think you're really a candy girl. I'm not a candy girl.
I actually am a candy girl.
Girl.
But my canker sores
Yeah.
have gotten so bad that I
kills
just can't even risk it. Where I'm like, I love Nerds gummy clusters. I love gummy worms. Sour gummy worms. Those are like my two favorites. And I love chocolate covered cinnamon bears. I think those are probably my 3 favorite candies. But I get canker sores. And so it's like, I just can't even risk it at this point. It's not worth it because then I'm suffering for weeks with, you know, a canker sore. So anyway, maybe I'm definitely a salty person though. You know, chips and dip of whatever kind. I'm 100% on board. So
yeah, I'm with you. I do like a munchy thing, but I'm kind of the same. I used to like just having chocolate around, but I will not eat it anymore. It just does not do it for me. So I really like, I do like that s'mores mix that you can get packaged. That stuff is freaking good. But anything that's like a crunchy and sweet, if there's like chocolate covered nuts or something like that, I mean, I can't keep that type of stuff in the house. There's one that's like a toffee almond situation, I think at Aldi. And I can't buy it because, every time I walk by, it's like, I'll eat 7 of them. And I walk by a lot of times. So yeah, I do like a little munchy thing.
Yeah. Like, Muddy Buddies are really good. I like those.
Yeah.
Homemade. I really don't like prepackaged Muddy Buddies. They have no business. Like,
why
existing.
Are the ingredients so long? Chex Mix and Muddy Buddies ingredient lists would put a pioneer into a coma. What is going on? It is the entire back of the bag. What?
It's crazy. And it's like when you make Muddy Buddies at home, I guess you use Chex, but plain Chex don't have that many ingredients in them. No. But then you just add a couple of different things. It's like, why is this like this? And it doesn't taste good either. I guess it's maybe just the preservative of it all that makes it just, you need to add all this extra stuff, but it's not good. And it's kind of horrifying.
It is. Every time, and the only time we ever get anything packaged like that is maybe on road trips. And the kids are like, let's stop by the gas station or whatever. And I just am so confused. Like, get a bag of potato chips. There's like 5 ingredients. I mean, come on. And I'm not even the ingredient police. I try to stay fairly clean and obviously no dyes. We try to limit preservatives and stuff, but sometimes you're going to get what you're going to get with packaged stuff. But man, I would truly like an investigation into what is going on there.
It is suspicious. They're just kind of like, maybe this helps. And they just kind of add it.
This tastes weird. Let's add another chemical. Okay, awesome.
But that's what I'd reach for. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but I guess just with time, sweets have just given me canker sores or given me tummy aches, and so I mostly resist. But when I do make a batch of chocolate chip cookies, I like a cold chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah.
So
we are always stocked on chocolate chip cookies. So that is a staple in our house. So.
Hey, I'm getting hungry. Can you go ask your mom for a snack?
Yeah. Do you want salty or sweet?
Both.
All right. Well, speaking of chocolate chip cookies, welcome back to Snack Time, where we're going to talk a little bit more about food, except not food, things that we're feeling sweet and salty about. So, Nicole, I'd like you to start. What would you like to start with?
I think I'm going to start with my salty today.
Okay.
And this is so important to me. I actually utilized my last sticky note. So I'm going to bring this because I need this for support because I did a little bit of research on this. So, and I actually have more written down here. So there is a thing, and it's called, it has a couple of different words. It's called a segue, continuous track, or a crossfade. Basically what this is when you're listening to somebody's album and one song ends and it like blends into the next song. Okay. So what I am salty about is that there are not enough of these out there. I love this. I think it's so creative. I think it's so cute and special and fun. And I love when you're like, wait, what's going on? And you like switch songs. You didn't even realize what was happening. I love that so much. And I just think there's not enough of them. I think every album should be required to have at least one. And I just think it makes it so much more interesting to listen to. And I'm salty that there's not more of them. Did you have any initial comments? Because if not, I did prepare a list of some of my favorites, just for memory's sake.
I do have a couple comments. I could not agree more. I love it. I don't know if you ever listen to the DJ on Spotify, but he will do this for you sometimes when he's going from song to song. He cuts off the last 5 or 10 seconds to bleed into the next song. And it is so enjoyable to my ear holes. I, in another life, would be a DJ where I mix songs. And it's giving DJ and it's giving intentional. And I feel like more people would listen to whole albums if it was connected like that. So I love this take and I can't wait to hear some of your favorite examples.
Yeah. And it really is. It's like you're at the club. I've never been to a club. Okay.
It's what we imagine a club
But I
would be
imagine that it's what it's like to be at a club and you're like, oh, what is this? What's happening now? Ooh. And then it just switches. Okay.
And the beat drops. Yeah.
The beat drops. And next thing you know, you've transitioned into another song. Okay. So here we go. In Coldplay's album, Viva La Vida, Life in Technicolor blends into Cemeteries in London. Top. Classic. Love that one.
Okay.
Post Malone's album Austin, Nova Candy bleeds into Morning, which
that is great.
You know, from last episode, Morning's one of my top favorite songs. So listen to two of those together. It's just a great blend. Next is a kind of a more modern one, Judah and the Lion, their newest album, The Process. A lot of their songs actually do this, but the first one is Denial, and that bleeds into Heartbreak Syndrome. And Denial's actually an instrumental one, but it still bleeds into the next one in a really nice way. And then the words start basically after you've gone on this emotional roller coaster with the instrumental. Okay. And then the last one that I found is Sam Fender, People Watching, which is really a new song. In that album, People Watching blends into Nostalgia's Lie. And it's not as cool as some of the other ones. It's just kind of like there's one continuous note that kind of ends the first one and starts the next one. But I love it. I love going on that journey, and I think it makes an album so interesting to listen to. And especially if you know a song before you listen to the album and you're like, wow, this is so cool. And then you listen to the album and then surprise, that song either is connected to the song before it or after it. Amazing experience. Top. So good. All you artists out there listening, let's just do more of this, and everyone, and I'll be less salty about it. And that's my salty.
I am in full support. I've been really trying to listen to more albums. I saw a video several months ago talking about how albums are lost art because they should be a whole story, and you can't just pick and choose. And I also am it's funny, after my list of favorite songs that are all pretty radio songs, but like they're singles that are picked from albums that are meant to be played for the masses, and those usually aren't the best songs. So I'm really been intentional about trying to go and listening to the songs, but I need to make sure I'm doing it in order. And yeah, if a little bit of magic there is sprinkled in, I would appreciate that. So
it's great. So anyway, that's what I'm salty about. What are you salty about?
Okay, I would like to discuss. We mention our sister-in-law, Courtney, on this podcast several times because she has great comments and great discussion maker. And she asked us the other day, how often do we clean our water bottles? And how annoying is it when we clean our water bottles? And I responded with, bold of you to assume that I clean my water bottle because I am a clean person. I don't like gross things, but there is something about a water bottle that has recently been cleaned that makes me want to just not drink anything out of it. So I recently got my new Awala, and she's very cute. And I knew it would take some time to break in, but I finally got her seasoned enough. She doesn't taste like new plastic or metal anymore, so that's great. Why would I wash that? If I washed it, I'd have to start over. And right now, the water tastes immaculate. Now, don't get me wrong. I do take a peek in my straw every couple days and make sure it's not moldy in there. I'm not sucking up black mold, but I don't want to clean it. I'm the only one that drinks out of it. I'll clean the outside. Like if I take this to the gym and I put it on the floor, I'll take a little Clorox situation to the bottom occasionally, but I'm just not going to do it. It's only water. It's only water. And I don't know. I like a perfectly seasoned water bottle. And so I just wish that water bottle cleaning shame could go away. And I don't know where that falls in the saltiness, but I don't like a new water bottle and I don't like a freshly cleaned one. So there we go. Yeah.
Have you seen those things with people with like fancy sinks and it's a glass cleaner? I feel like where you flip it over and then it kind of shoots water up in there. I feel like if I had one of those, I would more regularly clean my water just with hot water. And that's normally how I clean mine. I put like the tiniest bit of soap in it and then I just let the water run until the water runs clear.
Let the rain fall down.
Yeah, but I do not take a scrubber into there unless it's a brand new scrubber. Like that scrubber could have cleaned peanut butter yesterday. There's no way it's touching my water bottle. That's disgusting. Yeah. And so unless I have a brand new scrubber, I'm not going to scrub it. But I do my Simple Modern tumbler, which is the one that I use the most. It did come with 2 straws. And so I do try to regularly just switch out the straws. And I feel like that's a good start at least.
Yeah, absolutely. I will put I'll put straws in the dishwasher, especially the ones that are like large around. They're getting cleaned in there. And that doesn't gross me out as much. I think it's mostly the metal because the metal just tastes like whatever you have. Yeah. I don't know.
It's creepy. So, and I feel like it
gross, but
holds stuff in. So yeah, I agree with that. I do think that it's, do we even have to? That's the question. But
I mean, people say you do.
Maybe we would if it was easier, people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, they're like, I saw some video of some girl. She's like, I'm gonna do a little tester thing and put this in a petri dish. And I'm like, you know what? Stop. I literally scrolled. I didn't want to know. I don't see visible mold. My water doesn't taste gross. I'm not having unexplained physical symptoms that I am ill. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to be fine. And sometimes ignorance is better than knowing, guys. I don't want to know. Yeah.
And honestly, whatever came back in the petri dish, I'd be surprised how much of it would come from ice, because I don't think ice makers are as clean as we would hope that they are. And some of them are impossible to clean. And so I wonder how much of bacteria is really just coming from the ice maker. And that's not the water bottle's fault.
Totally. And also, who said that everything we consume has to be sterile? There is stuff everywhere, people. I mean, the air we breathe has microorganisms in it. So can we all just calm down? It's a flag. You know what? This is what I'm salty about. I'm defining it right here. It's people who virtue signal with their clean water bottles. Okay?
Yeah.
Just stop it. Stop it. Quit. All right. What are you sweet on? This is enough bitching.
Okay. So, I followed through on something that I've been wanting to do, and I bought Hogwarts Legacy on the Switch.
Oh, we love a nerdy girl.
It was on sale for $20, and I played it only once. I have it scheduled to play it again. I have to schedule my time, otherwise I won't do it.
Yeah.
And I played it for a little while and I had a lot of fun. I made my character and I can't wait to share the name with you. It is named after a childhood favorite.
Okay.
And her name is Lizzie McGuizzard.
Iconic.
And her friends call her Lizzie the Wizzy. And she's beautiful. I loved making my character. I spent a lot of time making her.
Sims core.
And then I was, playing for a little while, and there's kind of the first task that I had to do was I was fighting these soldiers and casting spells, and I failed a bunch of times, and I was okay.
Good job.
I wasn't good at it.
Failure. Amazing. Yeah. I wore the perfect shirt for this topic.
Yes.
Look at our boys enjoying their off time. Oh my goodness. I am obsessed. I could talk about this for a long time. I'm so excited that you got that. Love the name. I would like to just talk about Hogwarts Legacy. When I finished that game, it's almost 2 years ago. I went on Reddit to some thread, some subreddit that was like girls who game. And I was writing this thing. I said, I just finished Hogwarts Legacy. Can anyone recommend a game that's similar to that? The way I got torn to pieces, because apparently if you play Hogwarts Legacy, you are anti-trans. And so a lot of people have boycotted it, which is funny because I will say there is I don't know if it's necessarily a trans character in it. I think there is. You'll get there. But it's not like a huge part of the game, but it's like they specifically put in a trans character, and I'm like, guys, could we maybe just have fun?
Can we just play a game?
Can we
just let it go?
A political statement. I don't know. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll delete my question. So anyway, I'm very excited that you got it. I'm excited to hear about your progress and how you like it. I am a chronic, only morally good character anytime I play a video game that's open world with choices. And Jared makes fun of me because he's like, oh, did you learn Avada Kedavra? And I'm like, no, that's dark magic. Hello. So maybe you'll practice in the dark arts.
Yeah, maybe. I did get put into Ravenclaw, but I don't remember. Is that my actual house? Do you remember?
Yeah,
what my house is?
You and Colton are the same, right?
No, Colton's. Oh, is
Colton's
Colton
Ravenclaw? Yeah,
I thought I might have been Hufflepuff.
I swear you and him were the same because he was all jazzed. He would remember. Yeah. Truthfully, okay. I'll have to ask him. He'll remember.
Because I took a quiz or whatever, but anyway, they asked me just like a couple questions, and I ended up in Ravenclaw again, and I was like, okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to do this, and then I have a few others that I want to play, but I do have some other projects that I'm working on as well, and trying to kind of do everything. So I will play when I can. I'll schedule it in when I can, but I do enjoy playing it, and I can't wait to get back to it. So I guess I'm a gamer now.
I love that. You're going to inspire me to replay or get another game because I have so much FOMO about games, and I just love playing them. So
yeah, I have this whole list of cozy games that I've collected from TikTok, and I think that's just kind of the
list
vibe. So I really want to play Disney Dreamlight Valley. That's what everybody talks about, so I want to do that one next.
Okay, cozy
anyway,
games,
that's my sweet. What's your
sweet? My sweet is this week I've restarted, or I guess started a new workout program. Man, I have been struggling at the gym for such a long time. I had such a long period of time where the gym was like my happiest place. And I guess this is good. This is growth because the gym is no longer my happiest place. It's not like my escape. I'm very happy at home and very happy with my life. And going to the gym is just kind of like, ugh. But I do love lifting weights. And so I took almost a year off last year, and I was running, I was doing weight programs at home, and I had a whole little dumbbell set up. But at the end of this last year, I was like, okay, it's time to get back in there. I need to get back into some more heavy lifts. And I went back to one of the programs I had done before by Mark Carroll. But just the vibe is not right. The gym is also really tricky. Depending on the time you go, there are gross and weird people. The machines are being used. It's just very annoying. And most mornings, I would just rather sit on my couch. I mean, wouldn't we all? So I started a new workout program, and it's one of Whitney Simmons' Alive programs from her Alive app. I did her at-home program last year, and I started a different gym one a couple of years ago before I quit going. But she is so cute, and I love the flexibility. The app is way better than the last time I even used it. And today was just my second day, and they're so fun, and they're not an hour long. They're just 30 to 40 minutes. And I did the 4 days a week program, which is perfect for me. And it's just, I'm excited. I'm reinvigorated. So I'm having fun.
Good. I love that.
Yeah.
I have always wanted to try her workout programs. I just feel like they're girly and like fun and strong. She's also super strong, but also I feel like from what I've read about them is that they are a little bit more timely. They're not as extreme for just like gym bros. They're for, people with lives and who want to, get stronger, but not necessarily have to dedicate so much time to it.
Or
so
compete in a show. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
I think I've been doing a lot of Mark Carroll specifically. I mean, that's what he does. He trains people who do bodybuilding shows, and I will never do a bodybuilding show. But yeah, I just think I need a little bit less intensity, but still with the heavy lifts and yeah. So I'm very excited. I'm happy to have a little bit of motivation. I ordered some new workout tops that should be coming over the next couple days. We'll try and see if I hate all of them. That's usually the case.
Oh my gosh, the workout, I'm not trying to make this so salty, but the workout clothes situation for me is the worst. I hate 90% of workout clothes that I put on. I just went through all my workout clothes again, and I could have thrown every single item that I have away, but I'm like, I need something to work out in. Why does it all have to be so uncomfortable and it like rolls up, or it's not containing everything, or it's just unflattering, or it is creasing in all the wrong places and everything. I'm like,
I know. It just should not be that way. And I like cute workout clothes. I like looking cute. And there is cute stuff out there. I think part of it is I'm just not willing to spend $50 an item. I can't justify that. And that's on the low end. I mean, if you want to talk about like Alpha Elite, that stuff is like $70 for a pair of shorts. $70. Yeah. I mean, and that's just not feasible. Now, it's feasible for all the people who are sponsored by them and getting paid to show their stuff, but I just can't afford that. I do think, though, quality sometimes matters. My issue is my proportions. I've got giant titties and a very small rib cage, but then I've got all this loose and stretch marked belly. So I'm trying to do like a long line bra situation, but it has to be big enough to cover where I'm not indecent exposuring at the gym, long enough to cover the skin that I'm insecure about, but tight enough so it doesn't just like flare out. Oh my gosh, it's so annoying. So
well, that's what I wonder too, is I'm like, okay, maybe I do need to try and invest a little bit of money into something to see how much it lasts. But even some of my favorite, I really do like Athleta clothes, but even some of them after a while, it's just, I feel like even having something for a year and then it starts to deteriorate, that's still not worth like $75 to $100 if it's only going to last 1 year. Yeah. And so I'm like, anyway, I think it's kind of a battle, but also I'm just so particular about how things fit me, and I get very, very irritated about how things fit me. And so I don't know, it's just this journey. It's the same thing with underwear. I'm on the underwear journey constantly. I cannot find underwear that I like. And I mean, I have a couple that I do like, but I'm like trying to find different thongs because the ones that I have I just don't really like them. And I just feel like I cannot find underwear that I like.
Have you tried the Airy underwear?
I haven't, because it looks like a lot of the underwear has like a thin elastic on it. And if it has a thin elastic that like makes a line anywhere on my stomach or my like hips or anything like that, I hate it.
Yeah, it doesn't. I have their thongs and their like cheeky ones, and they're totally seamless. They're actually awesome. Like both of them are really great.
Are they cotton?
They're not 100% cotton. They're a little stretchy. And I think that's the issue. You can't find 100% cotton that's seamless because it just like frays.
It's just not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll try some. I do have a Aerie gift card, but I went looking for it and I was like, I don't like the totally, I don't know what material it is. Maybe it's 100% spandex or something like that. That's like very stretchy and it's like, it doesn't feel sanitary to me. I don't like it. It's like not a quick dry situation. And I just really don't like it. And I feel like they fall apart. And I feel like I saw some of Aerie's that looked kind of that. It reminds me of Skims. I feel like the material is so
It is like Skims. Yeah, it is like
and I don't
Skims.
like that. Yeah. I don't like it. I don't feel like it is sanitary. I don't know. So anyway, I'll take a look at it again. But that's just a little sidebar about that. But anyway. Yeah. Back to sweet. I'm excited for your workout program. You like always just like keep bitching. Sorry.
We can't stop. We're caffeine fueled today too. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh.
I have an idea. Let's play truth or dare.
Okay, but it could not get as crazy as last time. My mom got so mad at me.
Welcome back, everybody, to another segment of Truth or Dare. And I've got a question loaded up for Shannon. The first one is Truth or Dare.
I will go with truth today.
Okay. So I'd like you to imagine that you get to pick one chore that you never have to do again. What's your chore that you would pick? So, i.e., what is your least favorite chore? More bitching, I guess. But we're going to talk about it in the positive sense that you never have to do this chore again.
I have a clarifying question. Is this, I mean, I guess the world is my oyster here, but is this like a regular chore? It's not just something that like, gets done like once a year. You're talking like regular stuff every day.
It can be every day. It can be a once a year thing. If that's what you want to go with, that you never want to do something only once a year, or you want to choose something that you have to do every day that you no longer have to do. It's your least favorite thing that you would love would just be done for you.
Okay. Well, I will say I'm in a pretty good spot right now because the kids do a lot. So I almost have that wish a little bit done. But man, there's so many chores that I don't really enjoy. I'm going to go with deep cleaning appliances. Now, hear me out. The dishwasher, when the filter needs to be rinsed out and the gunk needs to be wiped out of the sides. The oven falls into that. The fridge falls into that. Okay, that's all I'm gonna lump all of that together. Also, the washing machine, changing the filter in the washing machine, getting the mold off the rubber seal, all that jazz. Yeah, I'm gonna say deep cleaning appliances. That is, everything else can get annoying, but it's not as time consuming. But it's also not as freaking disgusting. That is, I hate it. I hate it. So that's gonna be my final answer.
All right, I love it. I accept that answer. Mine is a little bit different approach.
What is yours?
Just dishes, the whole dishes process. Washing, drying, putting them away, loading the dishwasher, unloading the dishwasher. And my nanny does most of that every single day, but I still wish that it was every single day all the time, that I never had to deal with dishes ever again. I feel like it would free up my time and my mental energy, and they would all just magically clean themselves. I feel like that's kind of a cliche option, or a cliche choice.
No, that's not cliche. Do you ever utilize disposable dishes, as in cups and plates?
Not really.
No.
Only if, I don't know. Yeah, not really. Only if we have a party or something.
Yeah. We always have a stack of like paper plates that if I'm just doing little things for the kids, I'll do them. And I also have small ones that I have next to the toaster if they're doing toast or whatever.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I know people don't like that because the environment, but the way that it mitigates the dishes, especially in my house, is really great. And then every morning our kids do like a shot of grape juice with a bunch of other vitamins and stuff squeezed in there. And I just use little like bathroom throwaway cups for that. Mm-hmm. And man, that it just really does help. And
Yeah.
but I mean, ours is also just volume of humans doing it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But
no,
also,
I think
even
that's
if it was
a good
just
answer.
a little bit, I feel like there's still something
There's
there.
still
Like, I want to
something.
be able to go into my kitchen and bake and cook whatever I want and have a blast, and then just have all the dishes totally taken care of. And
Okay,
I never
that's
have
fair.
to deal with them. So
I think that's a great answer.
there's that. May our wishes come true. May
Yeah.
we manifest this for ourselves.
Yeah. Bring it on.
What is this?
Ugh, it's just my diary. It is so embarrassing.
No way. We have to read it.
Okay, welcome back to what's quickly becoming everybody's favorite segment, Dear Diary. Today we are going to be blessed in our ear holes with Nicole. She's got something queued up for us. Take it away.
This might be one of my most embarrassing things ever. So I'd like everybody to prepare themselves. I don't know how old I was when I wrote this. With the notebook that it's in, I think I was probably 12 or 13,
Okay.
which kind of makes this worse. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
And it's called, the title of this page says, My Dream Boy Will... ...
Okay. Okay.
Be a freak. Always think of something fun and new to do. Rub my feet. Love kids. Not say anything bad about anyone. Be good at sports. Have muscles, ... Big muscles.
Hey.
Will speak another language, in parentheses, not necessarily, comma, it would be cool.
Okay.
Will take care of me when I'm sick. Make me laugh all the time. Love dogs. Not always agree with me, just to agree with me. Be smart. Have creative ideas. Rarely cuss. Rarely.
Only in the freak times.
When he tells me he loves me, carrot, for the first time, he'll say, gosh, I love you, or you know I love you, right?
We're
That's
scripting.
what dreams are made of right here.
Gosh, I love you.
Have straight teeth. Have big hands. You know what that means.
Big gloves.
Love my hair. Not cry, in parentheses, well, ... rarely, question mark.
No feelings.
Smile a lot, ... especially when he sees me. Pick me up sometimes when he hugs me. Be a little clumsy. Kiss me on the forehead. Bring me to hang out with his friends sometimes. Secretly be an amazing singer, in parentheses, not a must. Love his mom. Always make sure I'm safe. This is where it gets bad.
Oh, yes.
Not like PDA, ... but will sometimes PDA on me.
Not on you.
Be a good cook, ... but not gay about it. Be very outgoing. And that's it. That's my dream boy, everybody.
Oh my gosh. But not gay about it. So no aprons.
I don't know how you can be gay about it, but I don't want it. And you know what? Chip has a lot of these qualities, but he is a good cook and he is a little gay about it. So
he's in there with his whisk wand. Woo! Oh, iconic. You better check it off, boys. I mean, honestly, the requirements there are kind of on the ground, so.
Not gonna lie, yes.
Yeah, low expectations.
Definitely. The hardest one is probably be a freak. Whatever that means.
Probably. Honestly, for boys, probably not that hard.
But I just love how that was top of my list, is be a freak.
Be a freak.
I'm a freaky girl, okay? What can
the
I
context of that is hysterical. I loved all the ... dots, like this, except maybe this.
In parentheses, rarely.
Rarely. Amazing. Thank you, preteen Nicole. We needed that.
And hopefully, people will have something to compare that to at some point and be able to look back at their own and see what they put, because it's kind of embarrassing. But anyway, that's that.
I love it. Love it. I'm surprised there wasn't more Mormon requirements. I came across one of mine and it was like, serve a mission, be an Eagle Scout, lead family home evening. I mean, and that was it. It was just like, oh, okay. There's nothing specific here. So good job. You're thinking outside the box.
I did say to speak another language, so I guess that was
a little hint.
My salute to missionary work. But other than that, nothing really mattered to me except for being a freak and being a freak and not being gay. So
be freaky.
Ugh, my mom is outside. I have to go.
Quick, before you go, what should I binge this week?
All right, everybody, your mom is outside and she is waiting for you to leave. But before you do, we'd like to share with you a couple of things that you should be binging this week. So Shannon, how about you go ahead and go first?
All right. Me, along with a lot of the rest of the world, have been binging the Gabby Petito series on Netflix. It was done really well. It's only 3 episodes, which I appreciate. I hate when they drag these things out. I was very invested in this case when it was happening, and to see both sets of her parents were divorced and remarried when she was really little. So it was really like she has 2 sets of parents and they were both involved. I mean, it was wild. And to see all the footage that they were able to get from her unedited stuff from when her and Brian were on the road, it was just creepy creeps and so weird. Still so many weird things about that case. And yeah, it was a good little spooky Friday night watch. So if you haven't watched it and you have the right makeup for it and you enjoy a little murder, go watch it.
Not to be totally spoiler, but did that Brian, right? Did he die too, or did he just go to jail, or is he not in jail yet?
Okay, it's all very weird. No, so he's dead, officially.
Oh, he's dead.
There are so many weird things about it, though. I mean, I'll just so his parents were involved in this whole thing. Nobody's exactly sure how, but they were obviously protecting him. So some people are theorizing that they totally helped him escape and he's actually still alive in a foreign country somewhere. So kind of the end, they had reported him missing, and this was after Gabby was missing. And 40 days later, they were doing this whole big search in this park, and dogs were there, the cops were there, the FBI was there for several days. Well, when they reopened the park, and they couldn't find anything. When they reopened the park, his parents went to this big park to go try to find him. Within an hour, his parents found his remains. His parents found his remains, and remains were teeth and bones. He was completely decomposed, which as a comparison, Gabby was found, I think it was 30 some days after she was killed, and she was still very much, that's crazy that it was that decomposed. There's a lot of weird things around it. Apparently Gabby's parents have come out officially and been like, no, he actually is dead. We're not suspicious of this, but I'm still a little suspicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That whole story is crazy with basically it was social media that found her because it was somebody's like van cam that they were rewatching and they saw something, right? Isn't that how it ended up?
Yep.
Being?
That's how they found her body. And it was just another kind of van life couple. And social media, the internet was kind of like, hey, look at your stuff. If you were in this area between these dates, look at your dash cams, look at your footage. And this couple, and they interviewed him. She's like, I was there. And she pulled it up and she said, when she saw the frame of the van come into view, she just like, oh, I'm getting chills right now. She just totally, it was just so crazy. So anyway, I did cry a couple times. Her poor parents. But I do think it was really interesting, their relationship. I don't know that, I mean, it's hard to tell based on a documentary. It wasn't like this guy from the get-go was going to be a murderer. I don't think. It wasn't like he was incredibly psycho. At least that's not what it seemed like. He was just extremely possessive and not emotionally intelligent. And you could just see him isolating her. And he got so threatened. And who knows how, I could be totally off on that, but it was just interesting because I think you see seeds of that in certain relationships where people, they do get possessive, they do get isolating, and this was just showing, look, they got so isolated, they were alone on this huge van trip for 45 days and so isolated that killed her. So anyway, so crazy, but
that is crazy.
What have you been binging?
So mine's like completely opposite of this, and it's,
we are always opposite. It's good.
It's bilateral stimulation, which I've been listening to for a little while. I like meditating. I meditate a lot, and I've been listening to it while I meditate. And I use the Calm app for it, but you can find bilateral stimulation. You kind of have to find the type that you're kind of into, but you can find it on YouTube and stuff like that too. And I've just been really liking it. I feel like it's very calming. It's supposed to be for people with anxiety or PTSD. And it kind of like, it switches from right to left in almost just like the same beat. And it's supposed to be calming. And I've just been really liking it. I feel like it's a little bit, I really don't like to do guided meditations because people's voices really creep me out. But then just doing meditation music, sometimes I feel like it's really... it's easy to kind of forget that you're meditating and just be letting your thoughts kind of go crazy. But I feel like the bilateral stimulation is enough stimulation that it's easy to kind of come out of. If you're attaching to a train of thought or something, you can kind of be like, oh, this TikTok of the whatever music that's in my ear holes are helping me remember that I'm actually meditating right now. I'm not supposed to be like just thinking like crazy. So anyway, I've been really liking bilateral stimulation for a few months now, but I thought I'd give it a shout out for people who want to try meditating or who have been meditating for a while and want something new. You should try bilateral stimulation.
I love that. I found a whole playlist and I haven't listened to it in months. She just reminded me, but it was Taylor Swift music made into bilateral. And the way it flosses your ears is just so incredible. And I'm with you. It does help you kind of zero in on, like you're almost paralyzed. Like, this is amazing.
Yeah. And you can kind of just be like, oh, like this is just what's happening right now. You don't have to really think of it. It'll help you be present. So anyway, that's what I've been kind of binging. If you have the Calm app, I've been listening to, I think it's the Bilateral Stimulation 2 is the album. Okay. It's not the one for sleep. They have a lot for sleep, but I just do it, during the day. So anyway, I've been really liking it, and maybe you guys could check out what type of bilateral stimulation you like. And I told Chip that I listened to bilateral stimulation. He's like, that sounds sexual.
Hey, well, he should know. He's the freak.
He is the freak.
Anyway. All right. Skedaddle, guys. Our coffee is running low. Need to go fill up and get on with our days. But we love you guys. Thanks for coming. Don't forget to review, rate, subscribe, share.
Repost.
Comments.
You can share. Yeah.
You can text us. We love that too.
Yes. We've been getting lots of text messages from people who are listening.
Thanks,
and we
guys.
really appreciate it. So
we really do. All right. Have a great day.
See you guys next week.
Bye.